For another view on the Democratic and Republican presidential battles, journalist David Story spoke to us from Washington. David Story, do you think that Super Tuesday will be Bernie Sanders' last stand?
Yeah, John, I definitely do think Super Tuesday is going to be Bernie Sanders' last stand. He might hold on for a little while after today, but Hillary Clinton looks to make a sweep in many of these states. She's 20-plus points ahead in 5 states, many of those in the South. And of course, the South has been a great place for Hillary Clinton in the voting base. It was good to her husband, especially in the African-American constituents, and it looks like it's going to be good to Hillary today.
We've been hearing from his brother Larry Sanders. He was still sounding optimistic, but you've little doubt that Hillary Clinton has done enough.
You know, I think Hillary, the reason Bernie Sanders did so well was that he was a candidate that came out of nowhere. He kind of energized the base. He was the alternative to Hillary Clinton. You know, there was some fatigue with Hillary, and I think Bernie's done a great job. But I think at the end of the day, Democrats are going to rally behind Hillary, and she's going to be their candidate for president.
Turning to the Republicans, David, are you surprised about how bitter and personal that race has become?
No, not at all. Donald Trump is a reality TV star. He's been a brash businessman, as you know, with some of your dealings with him there in Scotland. He never minces his words. He hasn't done it on the campaign field. He's taken pot shots at every candidate in the Republican field, and most kind of stayed out of the fray with the negative attacks. But of course, Cruz and Rubio, who are nipping on his heels, have this week ratcheted up their attacks. Kasich and Carson have kind of stayed out of the fray, but I think after today they're going to be out of this race, so it's really going to be a three-way race in the Republican side of this thing.
Will Trump sweep the board on Super Tuesday, do you think?
I think Trump is going to do really well today. I mean, he is the anti-politician. They say that he is ahead in polls in nearly every state, and those numbers could be actually a little deceiving because a lot of people say that they haven't admitted that they're voting for Trump, so more people may actually show up and put an X on his box, so Trump could do really well today.
Throughout this campaign, everyone has expected Trump to stumble, and he hasn't. What's happening, do you think?
Well, I think he's tapped into something here in America. You know, as I said earlier, he's the anti-politician. He doesn't mince his words, and people kind of like that. The U.S. electorate gets a little fatigued with the inside game here in Washington, and Trump is saying he's the outside guy. He's going to come into Washington. He's going to shake things up. He's going to help folks who are struggling to pay their bills and put dinner on the table, and that's really, you know, this billionaire has really resonated with those who are not doing so well here in the States.
So if he does win the Republican nomination and if Hillary Clinton wins the Democratic nomination, who's going to win?
That's the million-dollar question, John. I mean, as they say, a week is a long time in politics. We've got 9 months to go until we actually cast our ballots in November. If you'd asked me that question a year ago, I would say Donald Trump didn't have a chance of becoming president. Right now, it could be anybody's game. It's all about turnout, and Republicans have really been energized. They're turning out. On the Democratic side, the electorate is a little fatigued. You know, they've had a Clinton in the White House before. Hillary's been a senator. She's also been the Secretary of State. And so it's really going to become about turnout come November.
David Story in Washington, thanks for joining us.
Hey, thanks so much, John.